Now, India and Malaysia are locked in a major diplomatic spat. It began earlier this month at the United Nations, and Malaysia's anti-India stand on Kashmir could now cost them dearly. Indian traders are boycotting Malaysian palm oil. India is the biggest buyer of palm oil from Malaysia. Such a move could seriously impact Malaysian exporters. Several Indian buyers are now buying their supplies from Indonesia. Such a boycott has major implications for Malaysia's oil industry. Palm is Malaysia's biggest export. India purchased nearly 4 million tons of palm oil between January and December this year. The value of that import has around $2 billion. This is more than double of what India bought last year. In January this year, New Delhi had also cut import duties on palm oil, and now it does not want to buy the product altogether. All this is the result of Malaysian Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad's speech at the UN earlier this month. Siding with Pakistan, Mohamad had said that India has invaded and occupied Kashmir. Now he is crying foul. This week, he refused to retract his statement on Kashmir. He described this situation as a trade war between India and Malaysia. Trade war is the latest buzzword in world politics, but this is about more than trade. Behind the scenes, the Malaysian government is trying to convince India a major trade agreement between India, China and other Southeast Asian nations is on the line. It's called the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, or the RCEP. This plan was proposed by China. It's an attempt to create an integrated market of more than 3 billion people that will have a combined GDP of nearly $50 trillion. This trade alliance will be equal to about 39% of the world economy. But India remains non-committal. In fact, the Ministry of External Affairs said that Malaysia's stand on Kashmir is unacceptable. Let's listen it.
The comments which have been made by the Malaysian Prime Minister, we have again noted the comments made by him day before yesterday. Our position on this matter is very, very clear, and it has been articulated earlier. I can just say that his statement is unacceptable and is not keeping with the facts. We hope that the government of Malaysia will do serious introspection on the position which they have taken in this matter.
Malaysia perhaps now realizes that unless it sticks to its stand on Kashmir, it cannot expect any headway on the trade front. Let's now shift our focus over to Infosys, the Indian MNC that provides services across the world, the second largest Indian IT company, one of the biggest success stories of Indian tech industry, known for its founder N.R. Narayanan Murthy and his famous words, "When in doubt, disclose." This company is now in crisis. On Tuesday, the market cap shed over $7 billion in one day. Today, it lost over 2%. The US Securities and Exchanges Commission has launched a probe. India's market regulator, SEBI, has sought information. What triggered the inquiries was this: damaging claims from a whistleblower. They point at ugly practices by the company's top management, Chief Executive Officer Salil Parekh, Chief Financial Officer Nilanjan Roy as well. So what is the complaint all about? Let's break it down for you. Infosys hasn't shared full details. It is not obliged to. But one thing is clear. Twice in 2 years, we've seen cracks at the top and questions about impropriety. CEO Salil Parekh is accused of coercing employees to inflate profits, painting a false picture on new deals, even abusing travel privileges. The whistleblower is said to have offered emails and audio recording to back the claims. This is full circle for Infosys, and there is a pattern. In 2017, we saw similar complaints by whistleblowers. These were about a 200 million acquisition, and the episode led to a bitter public face-off between co-founder Narayan Murthy and the board. It also led to Vishal Sikka's removal and Salil Parekh's appointment. Against the accusations were not made public or proven. Now, as the dust has barely settled on that allegation and the company has been caught napping again, there are questions on corporate governance. Quite a fall from grace. Plus, there's a bitter power struggle at the top. Salil Parekh is said to have called 2 board members madrasis and referred to Kiran Majumdar-Shaw as a diva. Reports say he had hidden specific information from them. And so, in a nutshell, Infosys is in crisis. The time for patch-up jobs is over, the investigation is on, and the stock market likes none of it. The timing couldn't have been worse. The financial sector in India may be staring at a huge risk. It's not us saying this. This comes from the risk contagion analysis of India's central bank, the Reserve Bank of India. This has been echoed by ratings agency Standard and Poor's. S&P says that finance companies are among the biggest borrowers in India. A major part of borrowing comes from the banks. Any failure in a large non-banking finance company, NBFC or housing finance company is likely to deliver a solvency shock to banks. Already the source of funds of non-bank lenders has dried up. There's a cash crunch. If S&P's note was scary, the RBI's own analysis is even more frightening. The RBI suggests that failure in any of the top 5 housing finance companies or NBFCs may lead to default of up to 2 banks. Clearly, the health of the Indian economy and especially the financial sector is not so rosy. The broader economy is in the middle of a slowdown. A recent report by the IMF suggests that the slowdown in India will last longer than expected. It is important to put these things into perspective, and it's not all gloomy. The World Bank has released rankings on the ease of doing business, and India has jumped 14 places. Now standing at the 63rd rank in the ease of doing business, India remains a major destination for foreign investment. For the 3rd year in a row, India is among the top 10 performers in terms of progress. So we cheer the achievement and flag the worries. Yes, there is investment, but is there demand? Are the government's measures to address the sagging demand working? What about the state of the rural economy, which has long been marred by poor profitability and structural problems? Let's leave you with these questions to ponder over.